What's up guys, my name is Shikaridale and today I want to show you a class, a build that I created on the Ascension Season 7 server. It's kind of a fun one, it's really cool, and I think it's kind of unique. I'm sure there are other people who have done something like this, but I think I've done something really cool here. I think the talents and everything that the abilities that I've been given, I think I've been able to make a really cool build out of it. For those unaware of what Ascension is a private server for World of Warcraft that allows you to combine different skills and abilities from all the different classes to make your own build. And specifically, the current server that I'm playing on gives you a draft of spells every time you level, or every few levels, and it's up to you, the player, to choose the abilities as you level to make your build. And along the way, you can choose talents to help enhance your abilities, along with enchants. Very special enchants that alter the gameplay style of how your build plays out. So let me tell you a little bit about the build that I went for here. So, my idea for the build was a melee pyromancer, mainly because I was getting a lot of fire spells. So for many, if not all, hybrid melee spell builds, you're going to want to go for the mental quickness talent. So essentially what this allows you to do is turn a portion of your strength or your agility into spell power. So this allows you to be a melee. You can use auto attacks and your melee abilities, as well as any spells that you might want to use. And so what's really cool about this is your auto attacks with the Maelstrom weapon effect. When you build stacks, it allows you to get an instant fireball, frost bolts, or lightning bolt, chain lightning off for free without the cast. So the idea of the spec is you want to melee your opponent as much as possible, get the 5 stacks, and then hope for a critical strike on your fireball, your instant fireball. You want to follow that up with a fire blast and hope that you get hot streak. Now, I have a specific enchant set up on my character that allows me to gauge whether or not when I should be using fire blast to get that hot streak proc. And that enchant is actually a legendary. And legendary enchants are important because you can only have one, and it's ultimately the deciding factor of how your build is going to play out. So that enchant for me is called Flame On. What Flame On allows me to do is every time I get off one of those instant cast fireballs, it stacks up the critical strike chance and the damage of my fire blast. Now this is huge for the spec because it kind of takes away that RNG that hot streak is so based around. Because in order to get your hot streak proc, you need to get a critical strike on your fireball, your fire blast. And even with a crit chance of about 36% on my gear for fire damage, it's still a little bit of a gamble. It's basically RNG on RNG. And 36% by itself is pretty good, but when you need to get 36% twice in a row, well, now we're running into consistency issues. Because ideally, we want to be putting out as many pyroblasts as possible, because that is our hardest hitting ability. There are a lot of enchants that aren't legendary that increase your crit for your fireball and stuff like that, so definitely go look those up and put that on your gear as well. So yeah, basically the gist of PvP for this build is just stack up your Maelstrom and try to get some fireballs out, and definitely get that hot streak for your pyroblasts. So exactly what abilities are you going to be looking for? What abilities do you want to take as you level? Well, ideally you want Fireball, Fire Blast, Flame Strike, and Lava Lash. Also, definitely pick up Storm Strike if you can. Unfortunately, while I was leveling, I never found Storm Strike, and as you get to level 60, you have multiple chances to re-roll some abilities, and I still have never been able to find Storm Strike. So if you get it, definitely pick that up. That's a heavy hitter, as that'll generate a lot of Maelstrom stacks for you. So that about covers everything on the PvP side of things. I also wanted to add some PvE stuff that was really cool about this build, but unfortunately I accidentally prestiged on this spec, and I'm really bummed out about it as I really enjoyed it. But overall, I hope this video was able to serve as a guide as to what's possible with a melee fire blast build. Because honestly, it's a lot of fun. Hybrid builds are so much fun. They're probably one of my favorite things to do in Ascension, and I would really encourage everyone to really just go out and explore and experiment with the different kind of hybrid builds that are possible in this game. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and have a good one.